Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, and enjoying your weekend and getting ready for next week. All right, so let's look at the website. If anyone looking to join us, just simply go to tagtradingacademy.com, check the membership levels, and there are membership levels. All right. And if you're looking for further information, then you can fill that form and then you can send that form to me for further information. Right, so if you're looking for further information, just fill that form and send that form to me for further information. So I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Okay, so let's look at these sites where you can follow me for ideas and updates. For that, just simply go to my trading view profile, check the signature box. The you're gonna get all those links from there. You can get all these links from there. So if you're looking for that, looking for those links, just go there, follow me. Okay, now let's look at the setups. You're if you haven't gone through my trading view profile, just look at that. There are many good opportunities. So Euro New Zealand dollar is sitting at the bottom, sitting at the floor, forming a very nice 4-hour flag. So you're looking for this to break out next week and continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, or this is going to be your target. So lower time frame analysis was there. That was the update. We had another leg lower. We can see that it tested that floor, that's tested that previous bottom, and now trying to push higher. So for next week, you're looking this to break out, continue to go higher, or another leg lower, stay there at that low, don't go beyond that, and reverse for upside. So short to medium term and longer term buy opportunity gonna be over there on Euro New Zealand dollar. All right. And Kiwi Yen just reverse that chart. Okay, so sitting at that top, forming a very nice triangle. So next week you're looking that triangle to break down, continue to go lower. The price is not going down and testing that top. Okay, so you're looking this to drag lower. So chart is already there on this chart. So bigger time frame analysis is this. All right, so triangle is there. So go back within the pattern. All right, and euro dollar is sitting at the top. All right, so we got the drop from that top. We are within that correction got bigger last week was pretty slow. We were not having a lot of movement in the market was pretty slow. So we got the flag, we got the breakout, but price is still staying at that top. Okay, so next week you're looking price to hold this 1.19 and drag lower up to 16 areas. All right, so euro dollar kiwi still strong. Okay, so rising in the wedge. Okay, last week we were looking for flag to get bigger and then break down. So we are within the wedge. Okay, so just reverse the euro New Zealand dollar chart. Okay, so you're looking for sharp sell correction, and this is the trade. reversal on the New Zealand dollar, all right? And dollar yen going to be the chart to watch next week. All right, so price is sitting at the bottom. So last week we were expecting this to drag lower all the way back to that bottom. So it's dragging lower. So next week you're looking this to bounce up from the current price, okay, and break out and continue to go higher. Okay, if not, then another leg lower on lower time frame, form new low or test the previous bottom and then bounce off and reverse for short to medium term and longer term as well. So this is a 480 chart. Okay, so this is weekly chart, so longer term reversal on this chart. Okay, so this descending trend reversal channel to break up for upside. Okay, so there's going to be a decent trade on the dollar yen for longer term. So struggling to push more lower, dollar yen. So struggling to push more lower, right? So going to be a good chart to watch for upcoming weeks. All right, so euro dollar broken down. Okay, and the pound dollar is in a correction. Okay, waiting for the deal. Either we're gonna have that deal or not. EU UK, all right? So trade deal. So if trade deal is going to happen next week, all right, then it can break up and can push higher back to that top. Okay, and this sell setup gonna be invalidated for if we're gonna have that move for upside. All right, so you're looking for sharp sell, right? Sharp sell, break down that flag and that trade, okay? And this flag to break down and go all the way back to that low. So extension can drive that lower, right? Or if we are not going to see trade deal next week, then and the bad news, then bad news from UK EU side, then it can drag lower aggressively. So you're looking for that to break down sharply. So Kiwi Chief broken down, did not continue, went into a bigger correction, just reversed this chart, all right, as I have shown you on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so same flag is there for the downside, same trade is there on this chart. Okay, and we were looking for breakout. Okay, we got the breakout, but we did not see continuation. Okay, and then this chart I have just shown you. Okay, so from the floor by setup, and Uzi Chief same like Kiwi Chief, all right. And we're gonna look update on this chart too. So this is gonna be a good chart to watch. Okay, so Uzi Yen dragging lower, slowly dragging lower. Okay, if next week another correction is there, that correction to break down, form another one and slowly keep dragging lower all the way back to that floor. All right, and dollar index got a bigger correction, went into a 4-hour time frame correction. All right, update is not there, so we're gonna look at the update. Setup is still there. Okay, the correction got bigger, so just opposite the euro dollar chart. Okay, so Kiwi Yen went into a triangle. Okay, broken down, went lower. We got short-term trades on this already. We got that short-term trade, we got this short-term trade. All right, now we are looking for this short-term trade or all the way back to that low, all right, up to the channel line. All right, so Kiwi Yen, euro dollar we have seen. Okay, so pound CAD is at the top. So next week drop lower, aggressively lower from that top during if we are not going to see deal. All right, and pound chief went into a bigger correction. Okay, so this is also going to be a good chart to watch next week. So it went into a bigger correction. Okay, Kiwi CAD is also a good chart, slowly keep pushing higher, went into ascending wedge. All right, so we are still looking this trade. All right, that trade. So setup still there. Okay, so setup still there on the Kiwi Chief, went into a correction, and Kiwi Yen we have just seen. All right, Kiwi Yen just seen. Okay, so pound dollar is old chart, right? This is a bit old chart. Okay, but we are going into the correction there. All right, so that correction to break down next week. All right, so euro yen is dragging lower nicely, keep pushing lower. Okay, so next week this correction to break down and tag that low. All right, tag that low. And euro dollar, these are a bit old chart. Okay, so now let's look at the updated. All right, updated chart. The dollar, yeah, let's look at the updated chart. Dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen went higher, went lower, went higher, went lower. We are having another leg lower on the dollar yen. We got that leg, we are having this leg now. So this is going to be the good chart to watch next week, all right, for it to go back up. Let's look at the updates. Bitcoin, all right, so people are talking about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is testing the top, forming, trying to break the previous top. So it's not a good time, it's not a best time to to go long on the Bitcoin. Yeah, if you're a Bitcoin buyers or trader trading on Bitcoins. Okay, so Bitcoin is not a chart to invest now. All right, so when this was tagging low, these areas, people were hopeless. People were hopeless, and they were saying that this is not going to go there. All right, but it's there now. Right, so it's there now. Okay, we are having that lag. All right, so we were not anticipating sharp, aggressive move on the Bitcoin. All right, but we got that. All right, so recent move from 14,000 to 20,000, almost 14,000 to 18,000. Yes, and $4,000 move. So we were not anticipating that move. So it is there. Okay, so it is at the top. Okay, so we were looking for buy at that time when it was there, right? And it was went lower for another lag. Okay, so if you got the long on Bitcoin at that time, great. Okay, so it's testing in 19,000 now, and all these charts. So testing the 19,000 now. So what's next? So next is that you shouldn't be a buyer on the Bitcoins at these levels. Okay, so if you're gonna buy, you may end up with heavy losses. All right, and if you are holding your positions on Bitcoin, and it's a best time to cut your long positions, all right, at these highs. Yeah, so think about your profit rather than holding this to continue to go more higher. Okay, the reason is that it can drop at any time very, very aggressively. So last time, yes, if you're going to look at that, last time it dropped from 20,000 to and 11,000. You can see that almost it has removed 50% of its value. So if I'm going to look at the market cap, all right, Bitcoin market cap, so it has okay, so last time this top, yeah, so it lost 150 billion market cap within 5 days. All right, okay, so from top it has lost almost 150 billion market cap within 5 days. All right, so it can repeat that again. Okay, so you can see similar kind of sharp sell on the Bitcoin again. So if you're gonna look at the current market, okay, so let's say on a bigger time frame, go to the 15 where you can see clearly. It's on these two places. So people are taking their profit, all right? They are realizing they're big guys, all right? So big guns. So they are taking their profit off. Okay, so 30 27 billions wiped out within 3 hours and 30 minutes from Bitcoin quickly. Okay, and then you have seen, people are still, those who are smart money is realizing their profit. Okay, so those who are not smart, they are still buying. Those who are not smart, right, they are still buying. They are trying that they believe that Bitcoin's still going to keep pushing higher. Okay, so 27 billion wiped out from the Bitcoin. Okay, and again from that top, you can see there again to almost 25 billion wiped out from the market cap. Okay, so those who are not smart, okay, they still believe that Bitcoin gonna keep pushing higher, but the smart money is is not going to buy the Bitcoin at these levels. All right. So what you are looking sharp sell on the Bitcoin from that top, from the previous high. Once that sharp sell comes, you're looking it to go back within the correction, right? So if I'm going to look at the daily chart, okay, so sharp sell and at least this pattern formation, all right? Correct. Bigger ABC move. Okay, back to that trend line, correct, and then continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, something like that, or like this, all right, or go lower back to these previous lows for a longer time. Okay, so this is not a best place to go long on the Bitcoin. So if you are a buyer on the Bitcoin, make sure you understand that what you are doing. All right, so short-term buyers, make sure you buy with stop loss, and those who are looking for reversal on the Bitcoin and looking to sell the Bitcoin at the previous high at 19,000, I have shown you the example what to look for on Bitcoin. Okay, so you should look for sharp sell, right? So when sharp sell comes, then you're looking for sells, all right, and move on break even on time. Okay, so good luck, and that's the Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin, and let's look at the dollar index. All right, so dollar index, same chart. Let's straight away move on to the lower time frame. Very much same like last week. It hasn't changed a lot. All right, so we are looking for this bigger flag, daily flag. All right, that daily flag to break out and continue to go higher, and this 4-hour time frame to break out and that trade. All right, so old chart is there. We got the nice move. It is testing the top. Setup is still there. All right, so this flag to break out and that trade go into that direction. So euro dollar just reverse to the opposite side. Okay, so looking for euro dollar to start moving where the inflation is. All right, so inflation is not there, so ECB to do something to push inflation higher and euro to go lower. All right, so ECB to be bearish, be dovish, all right, and euro dollar to be bearish to the downside. All right, so chart is there, 1.19. You are watching that place, that top, and trade setup is already there. Okay, so it can slightly push higher the way it has done there previously. Okay, so this breakout happened. Okay, so it can break out for another leg higher like that. Okay, so then you're looking at to drop from the previous top. So euro dollar reversal, dollar chief. Yes, if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, we got the nice move. Okay, staying at the top. Okay, so same pattern like the dollar index, staying at the top. Okay, so struggling within this flag, price is struggling within that flag, so looking for this flag to break out sharply next week and price to continue to go higher. So if we're not gonna get that breakout, all right, then let the price tag that low, all right, so tag that low and then start buying over there. So if you are buying the dollar chief over there, make sure you trade with care, all right? Okay, so that's the updated chart. Okay, we still can see another leg lower back to the previous bottom. All right, so that move, this move. So dollar chief and Australian dollar. Okay, so Australian dollar chart is same again, nothing changed. All right, so we are looking same move like the euro dollar. All right, so this flag, okay, this flag to break down. All right, that top breakdown and continue to go lower. So on a bigger time frame, daily time frame, hold that top and drag lower. Okay, so go down up to this low or all the way back to that low. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, chart is still same, so price slightly can go higher before going to revert, before going to drop. Okay, so it price slightly can push more higher before going to drop. If it is going to, or it can test that high. Okay, it can slightly go higher, so make sure you are getting into the trade from the highs rather than getting into the trade from lows. All right, on lower time frame. So bearish. And New Zealand dollar, US dollar, yeah, so the the pattern is still there. Okay, so the pattern which we are having over there, that pattern is still there, looking for that to drop. Right, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, so that wedge to break out. Okay, so that wedge to break out and price to drop back within that ascending wedge. Right, so you're looking to get into the trade every time when price is forming new high within that wedge. All right, looking for sharp move to the downside. All right, so these highs. Okay, so what you're gonna look for next week, given market gonna open this to drop sharply, correct, and continue to keep pushing lower. Okay, if not, then another leg higher, okay, within that wedge, and then sharp aggressive sharp move breakdown, and continue to go lower. All right, and dollar CAD is rising nicely, and next week you're looking for this flag to break out. All right, for upside, this flag to break out. All right, that trade. Okay, you're looking for buy within these areas next week. So chart is clear, and last week it was pretty slow, and next week you're looking for this to break out and continue to go higher. Okay, that trade. Where the arrow is? So pound dollar. All right, so pound dollar is there, and the chart you have just seen over there. Okay, so that is the trade sharp breakdown. If I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, price is still within the flag, right, or within the correction which we were having last week. So so sharp sell. Okay, so slightly push more higher, sharp sell, correct, tag that low, that trend line. All right, that bigger flag, bigger weekly flag. All right, and so next week, yeah, can be important for the pound pairs. All right, because it is widely expected that we're gonna have a Brexit trade agreement. All right, Brexit deal agreement next week. So if so, then we may see some volatility on the pound. Okay, if not, and the talks are going to fail again, then we may see sharp sell on the pound. All right, that it can tag that trend line, right, the way we have done there. Right, so it slightly went lower and then went higher, so same trade again on the pound. All right, so let's look at the dollar yen. All right, and dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen, bigger time frame, weekly time frame analysis. I've just shown you. All right, so bigger weekly time frame analysis is the buy. We are having a very long standing channel over there on the dollar yen, and that channel, yeah, that channel is struggling to push more lower. Okay, so you're looking for strength on the dollar against the yen, sharp aggressive breakout on it for longer term. So stay bullish on the dollar yen every time. And you see, I'm telling you, since last couple of months now, okay, more than 2 months, I'm telling you, since price is running within this, okay, since price is running within that, I'm telling you how to trade. If you remember, let me check my dollar yen charts. All right, okay, so let me check this chart. All right, so we were looking for buy on the dollar yen every time, and we see that the price is tagging the 104. Okay, so that played well. And let me check the update. Okay, so that played well. So these are the updates. So that was the lower time frame. Okay, so lower time frame correction went into a bigger time frame. All these short-term buy opportunities were there on the dollar yen. So yeah, so before the election, so dollar yen is playing well every time, and it is coming close to the lows. All right, it went higher from that low. Okay, it did not continue all the way back to the top, and then we have seen price went slightly higher and then dragged. All right, this so we seen on the dollar. So the recent chart, we had that, all right, and we were looking for this to bounce off. We got the bounce off. Okay, chart. And now the longer term weekly chart is this. Okay, so stay bullish, longer term bullish on the dollar yen from the lows. That's not going to change until that pattern is changed. This is the lower time frame. Okay, so that's the next week chart. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the 1 hour time frame and now, okay, so price is trying to form bottom over there. It's trying to form bottom over there at these lows. Okay, so you're looking for this sharp move correction and go back up. Okay, that trade up to at least up to 105, this top. Okay, this previous top. If you don't, yeah, this place, if you don't see bounce off, okay, and price goes lower for another leg, you no need to surprise over there. There is still room on the dollar yen for another, 70 to 80 pips for more downside. Okay, so 70 to 80 pips, 60 to 80 pips more downside up to that lower new low. And then if once you see that the price is going to finish that move there, okay, that's what you are looking again. Okay, so that trade. Yeah, so it's a good opportunity for longer term every time when you see that the dollar yen is at the lows, okay, so at the previous lows or forming new lows. So you're looking for buy, you're looking for a strong bounce off and looking for this to break that channel and then reverse for longer term, right? Okay, so good chart to watch. So if I'm gonna look at the, let's go on by one now, all right? So we have finished the dollar pairs. Okay, so Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, if I'm going to look at that daily chart, okay, we are still within that trend. Last week we were anticipating correction, okay, there. We did not see that correction. We are still within the bearish trend. Okay, so same again, we need a pullback, all right? So we need a pullback for more downside. So this chart hasn't changed a lot, okay? So pull back, short term buy, and then keep dragging lower, okay? Keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. So this chart hasn't changed a lot since last week. We are within that, you know, I mean, trend, okay? So bearish trend. So you're looking for bounce off, correct, go back up, okay? All the way back to that top or slow corrective move over there and then break out. The counter trend trade going to be over there on this chart for next week, all right? Dollar yen, you have seen. Kiwi, you have seen. Okay, euro, you have seen. Euro New Zealand, euro yen, all right? So euro yen is not a best chart, okay? As I said last week, chief yen was not a best chart, okay? Because the chief yen finished, went lower at these levels. Chief yen was there, okay? And we have seen that wave on the chief yen. So chief yen took this move next week on the euro yen, okay? So euro yen to keep dragging on. When I say that euro yen or chief yen to stay bearish, okay, so we still can see another leg lower on the dollar yen. Dollar yen can drag lower up to 103 before going to reverse. Make sure you buy on time. Okay, so euro yen chart is, yeah, let me look at these old charts first. All right, so looking for this to go lower, looking for this to go lower. Okay, it went lower, looking for this to go lower to there. Okay, so this is, okay, this is the next week move. Okay, so keep dragging lower. Not a best chart to trade for the downside for next week. All right, last week I was asking you to look for this flat formation. Okay, price to go back up. It was there somewhere. Go back up, form the flat formation and keep dragging lower. So it's dragging lower. Okay, so it it has formed that flat formation, all right, and dragging lower. Okay, so next week this is not a best chart. Okay, so a dollar yen going to be best chart for opposite rather than going on this chart for the downside. So better to pay attention on the dollar yen. Okay, and this too form that ABC move and keep dragging slowly lower. So if you want to trade, you still can trade. Okay, and once price tag that low, all right, so start looking for to go back up. All right, hopefully we're gonna have only next leg lower on the euro yen rather than breakout for upside. Okay, so this to complete that move next week there. Okay, or 27, all right? So 27 of this previous leg. 27 of this previous leg. Okay, so very much same chart, very much like same chart on the chief yen we are having. All right, and you're looking for this to keep dragging lower. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame chart, same on this. Yes, a short on this from the top, and the chief yen is dragging lower. So short from there, all these. Okay, so we were looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower. So we got the bigger correction. Okay, then short from that top. Okay, so short from that top, and it's dragging lower since then. All right, so for next week, all right, so next week this to keep dragging lower again for this for the next week. All right, so this is not a best chart again for the next week. So yeah, so either go into a triangle and then keep dragging lower, or break the current flag which you are having over there on the current price and keep dragging lower. Kiwi pairs, they have extended a lot. Okay, Kiwi pairs, they have extended a lot. The reason is that New Zealand is performing really well rather than the other countries. Okay, so if US, EU, UK, Australia, if they are not going to follow the New Zealand, okay, they are not going to improve within the next couple of weeks to months, all right, then we're going to see very aggressive sell on the Kiwi pairs. All right, so then Kiwi pair going to drop very aggressively. Okay, because Kiwi has extended a lot, right? And yes, you can see that there is divergence, okay, on New Zealand dollar pairs. So strong divergence is building over there. So this correction to keep dragging lower next week. Okay, or bounce off, go back up, go back into the triangle. Pound cat, again same chart, okay, like last week. Bigger time frame analysis is still bearish or sideways market on this chart until we're going to have the positive or negative outcome of the EU UK trade deal. Okay, so this bigger flag, it is at the top. Make sure you get into the trade on time. We already got a good profit on this last week. All right, so we were selling it from the top and looking for this to go down very aggressively. So it wasn't going aggressively to the downside. Okay, so market was slow. Okay, so we were selling this every time from those tops. Okay, we already got some good return on this chart. We are looking again price to hold that top and at least this small move, okay, or correct and drop all the way back to that low. So it's a sideways market. It's not, it is not a trending market. So you're looking sells from the high, from the top, okay, and this daily flag. Make sure you trade with care on the pound pairs. All right, so we may see volatility on the pound pairs because the the time duration is very short now. Okay, so 31st of December is the deadline. Today is 22. Next week is going to be the important week. Either we're going to have deal or not. Yeah, and if not, then we may see sharp sell on the pound pairs. Okay, then I have already posted some good pound charts. Yeah, so Kiwi Yen going to be the chart to watch for next coming weeks. All right, so we are within a longer term trend. So there must be a strong reason. Okay, yeah, when it was there, if you remember, okay, when we had that crash, what I was saying at that time, price needs to correct. Okay, needs to correct. That's going to be the, this should be the trend, right? So we got that move. Now we are at the trend. Okay, at this trend, a longer term trend. So price to break out that trend, price to reverse that trend and to go up to that top, we need very strong reasons, very strong recovery required. All right, very strong recovery required in the, yeah, in the global, everywhere. We need very strong recovery which going to drive the yen aggressively lower and all these risk on currencies higher against the safe havens. Okay, so currently we can see that recovery is lagging. All right, recovery is slowing down, and we may see double recession in the Europe. If so, then we can see another leg lower. Okay, that leg back to that low, right, or this low, and then again. So this is going to be the pattern. Longer term, reversal, recovery, okay, and medium term, you can say that another leg lower with this previous trend. With this previous trend and tag this previous low or new low and then reverse. So this pattern gonna stay there for months to years. Okay, this pattern is going to stay there for months to years, right? So price can slowly keep pushing higher back to these areas. Still, they're going to be breakout of that. Okay, so the way I have just shown you the Bitcoin formation, right? When you look at this chart, okay, this chart is not making sense. Yeah, you see that when you're going to look at this chart, you're going to see that what is this, what kind of analysis is this? Okay, but this analysis is based on the price action, price behavior. Okay, so just look at this. We are having very much similar move right now on it. Okay, so those who are buying it, they were buying very aggressively. Okay, those who are selling it, they were selling it really slow. They were not selling the Bitcoin very aggressively, and again buying aggressively. Yeah, so selling slowly. Yeah, so what you can expect that those who are buying the Bitcoins aggressively, yeah, they're gonna be in charge again, and they are charged. So that pattern was based on the behavior. Okay, and you have seen similar aggressive move over there. Okay, so similar thing gonna happen there. All right, so price, you're not gonna see change, something like that kind of move. Okay, so quick fall, like something like that. All right, so you're gonna see slow trending move again, and yeah, like that. Again, price can stay there within that pattern from months to years. All right, and the eventual breakout gonna be into that direction. Yeah, into that direction, price gonna go higher. So how to trade? So let's go to the lower time frame. You're looking that triangle to break down, okay, and price to go with that trade. If I'm gonna look at the old chart, let me check the old chart. Okay, what you are looking. So the old chart was there. Okay, so when it was testing the top. No, that's not the old, sorry. Old chart should be maybe there under that. No, it should be under this. Okay, so yes, there you got. So you are looking for sharp sell on the Kiwi Yen, okay, and correction and that trade. So you look in this seam, all right? So you got the sharp sell, yeah. So you got the sharp sell on the Kiwi Yen, and then you got the whole move over there, right? So you got the sharp sell, you got the correction, you got the next sharp sell, okay. There you got the bigger correction and the whole move. All right, so price is doing the same again. You can copy that, you can paste that there. Okay, you got the move, okay, you got the triangle, you're looking that move next week, right? And that's the trade. As I said, we already got some good trades on it, right? So you got that move, and then we are within that wave now. Okay, not looking for that wave. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the current chart, okay, so you are having triangle over there. Okay, so just copy paste. Okay, no need to talk about that a lot, just copy paste. Okay, you got the sharp move that you are having, continuation formation. All right, okay, that move, but this is getting slightly bigger, right? So triangle. So anyway, the longer the price gonna stay there, the more short-term trades you're gonna have, right? So we are already short on it, and currently we as I said, we got that trade, we got that trade, we got that trade. All right, so now we are looking this move, we are already short on that. this move. Okay, so we're gonna look for profit taking over there. First of all, we're gonna look for breakout. Right, so some are already, some still holding that short from there, from that top. Okay, and that's going to be the trade for next week. All right, and you're looking for this to break down or go back up and then drag. Let's see if this pattern is not going to break down. Okay, not dropping lower aggressively, yeah, and going to change and going to test that top, this top. All right, so setup is not going to change, yeah, but pattern going to change. All right, so this pattern going to change. All right, so there, this is a short-term setup. On this 1 hour time frame, the setup going to be, we go to the lower time frame. Okay, there is the setup for short-term setup on this chart at this area. Okay, if this pattern is going to change, this triangle price is going to change and going to push more higher back to that top or new high. All right, so this pattern gonna change. Okay, but setup not gonna change. All right, sell setup. Okay, so this short-term sell setup gonna change. This setup not gonna be over there. Once price gonna break that top and gonna push more higher back to that top. All right, this setup gonna change, but the bigger time frame setup still stay gonna there. Sell setup gonna stay there even if Kiwi Yen is going to push more higher. All right, not on this area. Okay, let's go. There, this chart. Okay, when we were looking for short on this chart, and that wasn't the exact chart, all right. So, I think that was the chart. There, yes. No, that. Oh. So the, yeah, I think maybe I posted that chart on Telegram or on other sites. So we were selling the Uzi Yen at these areas. Okay, we were looking for this trade. Okay, but that move, we have seen that move. Okay, the Uzi Yen went higher, right? And people, those who are following me on social sites, they started to worry about that. Okay, so price slightly went higher and then again dropped for the bigger time to the downside, right? So if this is going to happen on the Kiwi Yen, another small push up, that's not going to change the the bigger trade to the downside on the Kiwi Yen, right? That's not going to change the sell setup. We check if the that was the check on the Yen. Okay, so last time when we were looking for it to drop from that top, right? So we did not see that move on this chart, right? But we have seen another leg higher on the Uzi before going to drop. Okay, so if this is gonna happen again on the Kiwi Yen, that's not going to change the sell setup on the Kiwi Yen. Okay, so this is gonna be a good opportunity to watch, and you guys are looking. Right. Good luck. And I'm giving you a free setup, all right? Nice setup without any cost. Okay, so this is also a longer term bearish chart, all right? The way I have explained the Kiwi Yen, okay, recovery, longer term reversal, okay? Another second dip, another dip, double dip recession, another leg lower, okay, and then recovery. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, price is already dragging lower, okay? This the the breakout is already there. Okay, so very nice correction is over there. The oil is a short. Okay, very nice correction, go up to that low. Okay, when market gonna open, flag is there. That flag slightly can get bigger. This 1 hour time frame flag, all right? Can slightly get bigger. But this is the trade you are searching next week, right? So pound, we have seen euro New Zealand dollar. I have shown you at the start. If I'm gonna look at the bigger time frame, okay, go back up for another leg, all right? So not that much far away. Just at least go up to go. Let's at least go up to 75 area. Okay, so 75 gonna be all right for rather than looking for big 75, 77. Those areas gonna be okay, right? It is at a good spot, struggling, all right, and struggling to push more lower. When market gonna open, you're looking for sharp, aggressive breakout shot, right, and that trade. All right, so go up to 75, these area. All right, so bearish trade was pretty nice on it, pretty good, and it went lower for 10 cent, right, from 182. You can see that 181 to 170, right? It's almost 10 cent. All right, 10 cent, right? And now you're looking for a breakup. All right, so now lower time frame. So your short-term trade gonna be, I mean, short-term trade is already there, right? This short-term trade is already there, like the Kiwi Yen. Okay, that short-term trade from that low, from that bottom. Right, so you're looking for this to break out, okay, at least up to that top. Okay, that's going to be the short term, medium term target, all right, and go up to 75 as I said. Okay, so go break out or another leg lower, hold these lows, all right, and then bounce off. So let's see if it is going to break that low. Okay, so buy setup still gonna be there. Okay, buy setup is not going to change until the move is going to be pretty sharp for the downside on this chart. All right, pretty sharp means like something like that. Okay, we are not anticipating that, so stick to that flag and you're looking for that flag to break out next week. Right, so your short-term target going to be that, medium-term target going to be that. All right, so 74. Short-term target going to be this trend line from these lows. Okay, and longer-term target go all the way up to 180 again. So opposite the Kiwi chief. Okay, so very much same like the Kiwi Yen chart. We are within a longer term bearish trend on this chart. For stronger recovery needs stronger reasons, all right? Strong reasons for this chart, this to go higher. Okay, so we got some aggressive move on it after the election, right? We are within that flag, all right? Just let me just simply reverse this chart. Okay, the way I have explained the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so short term, that's the trade. Okay, medium term, that's the target. All right, and for longer term, go at least up to 61, up to at least up to these areas or these areas. Okay, no need to talk about that a lot. Seem like the Euro, Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so this is also similar like the Uzi Yen chart or Kiwi Chief chart. Longer term bearish trend. Okay, we are within a longer term bearish trend, and this triangle to go down, right? This triangle to go down. Okay, so slightly go higher, turn into a flat, and that's the trade, right? Making it to go down from the top. So if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, okay, so price is struggling to push more higher, so slightly go higher and tag that top and then drop. Sell setup. Okay, so opposite on the Euro Australian dollar. Okay, so you're looking for this trade, breakout and continue to go higher or slightly go lower. Wait for that low or these lows, proper ABC move and then continue to go higher. And so for our time frame, we are sitting at these lows, all right? it go back up. Price is sitting at these lows, so it is the good spot to watch for this to bounce off and go back up. All right, opposite on the Uzi Chief. The gold is in a daily correction. Okay, so gold to break down and go up to 1600. All right, and in the bigger time, this is. All right, so we are anticipating bigger expanding triangle for longer term on the Bitcoin. So it can on the gold. Okay, so it can take years. Okay, many years. All right, so we have taken almost 1600 days there within that move. So similar kind of days it can take over there for that bigger expanding triangle. All right, so if this bigger expanding triangle is not going to appear over there, then what price going to do? Price going to keep pushing higher, okay, and then again going to go into a bigger correction. Okay? So same flag like that there. The chances of that very less likely. All right, so chances of another leg lower for longer term is more likely. All right, so gold is not a best buy opportunity at current levels. All right. So how do I know that is the second tab at the top? I'm not getting your point. What what you mean? Could it not break up and form a bigger correction? So we are already in the correction. Let me look at the Kiwi. Right? We are already within the correction. Okay, this correction. Right? So that's a correction. Okay, the price should break out and continue to keep pushing higher. Oh, so you mean where the second tab will appear on lower time frame? Is that your mean? So you mean when, I mean second tab. So you mean when second there, either second tab gonna appear there or gonna appear there, then gonna drop? I mean, is it the time to sell or you should wait for that to drop from there? So this is the I mean yeah, I can give you a hint, right? So what you can do, okay, so if you are, I mean, just sticking to this chart for trade, all right? So that's not going to help you when to get in, when not to get in. So you have to look at the whole market, all right? When a move is going to appear, all right? When a risk on or risk of move is going to appear, it will appear on a couple of charts first, all right? And then that wave going to spread across the market, all right? Then that wave gonna spread across the market. So you need to understand that where that wave is appearing over there, where the risk of move or risk on move is appearing over there. When you understand that, okay, then you're gonna get the idea that yes, this pair is done. Now it's time for this to go down. Okay, then you should get into the trade. All right, there is lag in the market. Okay, so when a risk on move is appearing over there, risk on move, okay, you're not going to see a quick aggressive move on all assets. All assets are not going to rise very very aggressively for upside. Okay, when I mean some risk on assets going to rise and the other risk on assets going to follow that risk on assets. Okay, and you're going to see risk on move everywhere. So similar thing going to happen when there's going to be a risk of move. All right, when one risk of assets going to rise and that going to spread across the market, and then you're going to see that okay, so let me tell you in another way. Right, but this is not a free stuff which you are asking. All right, stuff you are asking, this is not a free stuff. All right, so you have seen a very aggressive move over there. Okay, on the Kiwi Yen. And you have seen a very aggressive move there. Okay, so the correction is getting, sell is there on the euro. Euro is losing its value against the yen. Okay, almost removed all its gain over there. Okay, but this chart hasn't removed its gain. Okay, these gains are still there. Okay, so risk of move is already there. People buying the yen. If you're gonna look at the dollar yen, the way this is not a free stuff, euros, which I'm telling you. Okay, so removed. Dollar is also removed. Gains against the yen. Okay, so Aussie yen is also removed its gain against the yen. CAD yen also remove its gain against the yen. So this is telling you that risk on currencies are losing their value against the safe havens, right? Okay, but the currency which is not losing its value against the safe haven is the Kiwi, right? So Kiwi is still strong against the yen, right? Still sitting at the top, right? And the risk of move was there last week in the market, but that hasn't spread across the market. Equities are still at the top. Okay, last week I was telling you watch equities to go into correction. Last week we have seen some sell off on the equities, right? And the currency, the major currency which is strong right now is the Kiwi. All right. So Kiwi cannot keep getting strong while other risk on currencies are going lower. Okay, that's not going to happen. Yeah, again, Kiwi cannot keep rising while the other risk on currencies are dropping. All right, so Kiwi has to follow other risk on currencies as well. All right, so that's telling you that the top is about to form on the Kiwi Yen. Okay, now you need to watch price action on lower time frame. All right, within that triangle. Okay, so need to time your entry really well. Okay, so we are already short on it. All right, so your question was that how you gonna know that either you should sell this pair there or you should wait for sell there. Okay, so looking at this single pair only will not help you to get into the trade on the right time. Okay, so you have to look at the whole market. You need to understand that what is happening everywhere. Okay, now let's move on now. Okay, by the way, we are already short on it. We were looking at the gold. Okay, so gold to go up to 16. Pound sheep going to be a sell opportunity. So gold to go lower. So gold to very much same analysis like last week. All right, so this ABC move. All right, so this ABC move, flat formation to form and then drag lower. Okay, and continue to go lower. All right. So again, very much same analysis. Yeah, gold can push up to that top. So if you're selling at these levels, make sure you understand that. Okay, so short-term buy going to be over there. When you're going to buy, make sure you put your risk stop loss over there because it can break down very, very aggressively. So bearish on gold, flat formation to form and then drag lower up to 16. Same analysis on the silver. All right, so silver, that analysis was there too last week. All right. So silver is not a buy at these levels. Okay, so go back up, flat formation, and then drag lower. If I'm going to look at the weekly chart, all right, so weekly chart bearish move on the silver and bigger weekly flag to break down and continue to keep dragging lower. Oil is at a good spot to watch, all right? So oil can break up and can continue to go higher. So we are not anticipating breakup on oil. Okay, so but this is the pattern formation. When you are trading on the oil, you should keep in your mind that the oil can break up, okay, for the next leg, for this next leg, all the way back to that 60 areas. So you're looking for sharp sell on the oil from this previous high, right, and looking this to drop. Okay, this previous high, this move. Okay, we are not anticipating that breakout. A breakout is possible. Okay, we are anticipating another leg lower. All right, so very much same analysis like last week, hasn't changed a lot. All right, same chart like last week. All right, hasn't changed. So on a lower time frame, price is still short-term bullish. So you're looking at to tag the previous top or drop aggressively from current price. That trade, all right. So natural gas is dragging lower. Last week we were looking for this to go lower. If I'm gonna look at the weekly chart, and we were looking for this to go higher, all right. And so next week also same analysis. Okay, so this correction can get bigger, all right. This correction to breakdown can get bigger. Yeah, so let that get bigger. Yeah, last week that was the correction. This week get bigger and drag lower. Okay, so we have seen dollar index, pound yen. Okay, again, the concept is the EU UK trade deal, all right. So that's going to drive the pound yen. So very nice correction is over there. Okay, so this correction to this expanding triangle to form and go down. Okay, so this move back to that low. CAD yen, not a best chart for next week. Just keep dragging lower. All right, so current flag to keep dragging lower all the way back to that bottom and then go back up. Okay, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, this correction to break down and keep dragging low. Okay, at least up to this low or new low. Pound chief. Okay, so pound chief is a good chart to watch next week when news gonna break out. Okay, if there gonna be a deal, then you're not gonna see breakout of this chart. All right, then this pattern gonna change for more upside, but we are not looking for buy on the pound chief. Pound chief is a good chart to watch for next week. Pound chief, euro pound both are a good chart to watch next week. But again, this setup gonna all pound pair setups gonna depend on news. All right, make sure you understand that. Okay, so wait for the news gonna tell you that which way you're gonna have breakout. So we are not anticipating a good outcome for the pound, right? For next 1 to 2 months we are expecting that pound still gonna stay under pressure because of this EU trade talks. All right, and if again trade talks are going to fail next week, we may see breakout. Okay, we are having flag everywhere on the pound pairs. All right, then those flags gonna break down very aggressively to the downside. So you're waiting for the news to break out and flags to break down. Okay, news to break out. News needs to be negative, not positive. All right, for the pounds means that another delay. All right, and that delay can aggressively break down that flag. All right, and this is going to be the trade back to that low. Okay, so pattern is clear. Very nice flag. Those who trade on flags. All right, so very nice flag formation. Price is struggling. Price, this flag is telling you that investors are waiting for something to happen. Okay, big players are waiting for something to happen. They are not okay, so you have seen that move, aggressive move. Investors were waiting for the election to be over in the US. Okay, so over the bot. Now they are still uncertainty still there. Now they are waiting for this to finish next week. Once they're gonna see that there is a clear light, right, in the tunnel, then they're gonna break down that to the downside. All right, so you're looking for breakout. Okay, so sharp breakout. Yeah, so obviously trade going to be on a lower time frame, so you have to watch lower time frame for entries. So still it is a short-term bullish. All right, short-term bullish means within that flag. All right, so you're looking for highs, these highs, or possible new high and this breakout. Yeah, clear chart, nice flag, struggling to push more higher, waiting for something to happen. That's it. So let that happen and this to break down and continue to keep dragging lower, something like that kind of move. Okay, so just reverse this chart for upside, another leg higher. This is also waiting for the outcome of the trade deal. Okay, so within a bigger daily flag breakout, go higher. So go to the lower time frame, 4 hour time frame flag is there. Okay, so this flag to break out and that trade. Okay, or keep pushing lower, 100% retracement, hold that low and then breakout. All right, so these pairs to go down too, but they are not best opportunity for a while. Okay, go down for next leg lower. They are not best opportunity, but same, right? Same. These pound pairs to drag lower. Okay, so you're looking for buy on this pair next week if news is going to be positive. This is the only pair where we are bullish on the pound. Okay, so this is what you are looking next week on positive news. All right, so it can break down, can continue to keep pushing lower, but again, not a best opportunity for sell side. So this is going to be a good chart to watch again. All right, so price still can keep pushing higher up to 27. We are not anticipating price to go that much far away. You're simply looking for another leg higher and that trade from this previous top. All right, so previous old charts are there. So you're looking for this to slightly push more higher. Okay, tag that previous top and start selling this pair. Okay, so there you got the Kiwi CAD. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, then gonna look at the bigger time frame. This is the wedge, same as shown on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, so this wedge to break down sharply. Okay, so correct and drag lower. I'm gonna go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so you're trying to get into the trade from highs every time when price is forming new highs. Okay, and your short-term trade is this. All right, these are your short-term trades or break-even trades. All right, so let the price, I mean, you're watching currently, okay, and break down on this move. If it goes higher, let that form new high and we're looking it to drop. Okay, so that's the lower time frame formation, and on a bigger time frame, you're looking very much same like the Bitcoin chart. All right, okay, either another correction over there and go back up or drag lower up to this low. Okay, so Kiwi CAD, EuroCAD is not a best chart to watch. EuroCAD, all right, so not a best chart to watch these days, okay, because it is in a sideways market. If I'm gonna look at the entire, so so push for another leg higher next week, EuroCAD. Okay, hold that and drag lower. Okay, this is the trade. Downside from the, yeah, same chart like last week. Yeah, so short term buy is there. Go higher back to the top and then drag. Cat Chief to break down and continue to go lower for another leg. Okay, again, Cat Chief and EuroCAD both are not best charts for the next week, right? So, but bearish. Okay, so Cat Chief to drag lower to Ripple. Ripple $100. Okay, is very less likely, right? So very less likely that the Ripple gonna go to 100, right? So you're looking again sideways market, okay, on the Euro Chief. That trade, guys, nothing changed on this chart since last week, all right? The sideways market, so this to go down these previous tops. Okay, this top are from the current price, drag lower, stay sideways for short term on the EV Chief. Okay, so we are still within that. So Turkish Lira, all right? So Turkish Lira is in a longer term bullish trend. Okay, ABC move, and then continue trending for upside. All right, so currently it is not ready to buy. We have seen some, action from the central bank, and that has given some strength to the Turkish lira. Okay, but it let that form bottom. Okay, then there's going to be a continuation trade by the dip trade on this chart. Okay, but this is very much same like last week. Okay, so also dollar rand is also same like last week. So though, as I said before, guys, So those who are buying the dollar against the emerging market currencies. Okay, so we need another shock. Okay, that shock gonna give strength to the dollar against the emerging markets, emerging market currencies. Okay, but they emerging market currencies cannot keep getting strong against the dollar for longer term. All right, so they again gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle. You're gonna see again the trending move on these charts. So again, if you are trading on these currencies for buy, all right, so trend, we are having bigger weekly correction, all right, and price hasn't formed bottom yet on that weekly correction. Okay, which means that price still can keep dragging lower before going to continue to go higher. So either you have to wait for price to form bottom and then you can trade for short term for upside, or you have to wait for a stronger aggressive bounce off from current price before you start looking for next leg higher. So the next leg higher is not going to be over there anytime soon on these currencies. Okay, this next leg, all right, like last time or like this leg, this is not going to be there anytime soon. We need a reason for that. Okay, another shock, or let's say Fed is going to tighten their policy. Yeah, then you're going to see strength on the dollar against these currencies, on rand and peso, or on against the Chinese yuan. So you need patience, right? If you're a buyer, so you waiting, you're looking for a bounce off, or you waiting for the price to find a bottom over there, and then you're trying to get into the trade. Okay, so analysis is the same like the last week. You're looking that trade. All right, this is going to be against that trend, that weekly correction. All right, so price hasn't formed bottom over there. No bottom is over there. So still bullish. Analysis is going to stay bullish for longer term on these currencies. Okay, that's not going to change on dollar rand and on dollar peso. This is not going to change, right? So the move going to be bullish. Okay, but price is not fine, forming bottom over there at the moment. So make sure you trade with care. So bullish on the dollar rand, bullish on the dollar mexicano as. Okay, so when I see that bottom, okay, now let's look at the example. Okay, so we had a very nice aggressive move on this chart at these areas. Yeah, bigger aggressive move, and then price went into a weekly correction. Then price found a bottom over there. Okay, it held that, went higher, held that, went higher, held that, went higher, held that, turned into a triangle, went higher, held that. Okay, and then went higher. Okay, so that was the bottom, or you can see that price was running within the triangle there. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the floor there, these areas. Okay, so we were buying there at that time every time, and we were having there. Okay, these charts. Okay, it was keep dragging lower, and we were keep buying that. Right, so you can see over there it was dragging lower, and we were staying bullish on this chart. Then what happened? This chart, we have seen, that move. They're going to do that again. Okay, but we need fundamental reasons for that, which we are not having over there. Double dip recession, or price needs to find a bottom over there. Then you can start building your position for upside. Okay, so we are within a weekly correction. Okay, they can keep dragging lower slowly the way they are doing, or look at the Bitcoin chart. Right, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, okay, very sharp aggressive move, weekly correction, struggling, push more lower, and then got the move. Okay, so similar pattern is in play on this. Right, so which eventually gonna break up. So neutral on this chart, right? And then let's look at the S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500 is waiting for, equities are waiting for, Trump to concede and Biden to take action, Biden to come into power. All right, so Trump is not conceding, and the market is not pushing higher. Right, equities are not pushing higher. What market is trying to do right now? Equities are trying to assess the risk of transition. All right. If this transition is going to turn into a civil war, equity is not going to go higher. Okay, we're going to see very, very, you know, bad. We're going to have very bad scenario then. We may see sharp sell on the equities then, right? If transition is not going to be smooth and not going to be clear for the market. Yeah, Trump currently is not accepting the election results. All right, so market is trying to assess the transition, is trying to prepare for that risk. So the deadline is the deadline is the 14th of December for election results to be certified by the states. All right, and the 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 the, the final deadline is the 20th of January next year, 2021, for Biden to to take control, all right, of the White House. So if Trump is not going to concede before 20th of January, okay, so we're not going to see, or not going to set the election results, all right, so we're not going to see aggressive rise on the equities. Okay, equity is gonna struggle, slowly gonna push higher, then again gonna drop, slowly gonna push higher, then again gonna drop, all right. And we are anticipating, equities to go into a correction before the end of this year, and before 20th of December, if you're going to have correction on the equities, then that correction to break out very, very aggressively, people to adjust their position of the end of the year, and equities to continue to keep pushing higher, right? So transition risk to go away, all right? If transition risk is going to be diminished and we're going to have correction on the equities, then they're going to be a nice buy opportunity. At the start of the next year, we may see jump on the equities, all right? And S&P 500 can easily tag for 4,000, all right? Easily can tag 4,000 before January gonna end. Okay, so what was the last week? Last week was the correction. Okay, so we are having that correction. So for next week, arrow is showing that to drag lower and continue to keep pushing higher. So market is preparing for transition. All right, so this correction to complete and drag lower and then continue. Okay, so we are not buyer on the equity. So this pattern, this setup, going to be over there across the equity. Okay, so same, right? So same formation on this chart. The next week, that correction to break down and Nasdaq 100 index to tag that low, right, or trend line. This low, tag that low or trend line, and this ABC move, okay, and then continue higher. So don't buy that move for the equities. Wait for them to drop. You're a buyer. Okay, so Dow is also same. We are expecting that correction. Okay, it is in a correction. It is forming that correction. Okay, so next week this to break down, form another one, keep dragging lower slowly, all right, and then complete that, then continue to fire. Okay, so US Russell 2000 also same, all right, so same like last week, so this hasn't changed, all right, so same like last week. The short term bullish, medium and longer term waiting for correction, and longer term waiting for breakout. Okay, so UK 100 index, another leg lower, test that low and then go higher. Okay, if breakout, short term buy, keep pushing higher, right, within these areas. So we are looking for another leg lower rather than keep pushing higher. Okay, so same on the Nikkei index, same Euro stocks, same CAC 40, same stock 600, need a correction over there or more push up. Same on the S&P 5, S&P ASX need correction, Nifty need correction, right? So we all on all equities we need correction, right? And palladium is not a best chart at the moment. Okay, so same on the platinum is not a best chart. So we are looking this to at least drag lower up to that low from this previous from 1000. All right, and the copper is still pushing higher. Okay, so copper is not ready to sell, but you are watching it to drop aggressively from that high. All right, copper too, and go into the average price within these areas. Make sure you get into the trade on a time on a I mean time your entry really well. All right, so okay, the people are buying the Tesla. All right, where is the Tesla now? At 500. What was the last week? This to break up, right? So we got to break up. Okay, but these are not the. I mean, the Tesla is heavyweight right now, right? And these are the charts you should watch. Okay, so I think I have already shown you last week. Okay, highly volatile if you are trading for longer term, right? And and looking for a longer term opportunity, right? Then these two companies are also electric car making companies, very much similar like Tesla, right? But the Tesla market cap is around I think more than 300 billion. I'm not exactly sure that what is the total market cap of the Tesla, right? And demand is there, okay, on Tesla shares. So Neo, right? So last week when I was talking about this chart, the price was somewhere there around these areas. There is on 38 or 40. So you have seen almost 20% jump on this chart, last week. And the market cap is around 50, 52, right? So it's around 54 billion. So Tesla market cap is more than 300, all right, if I'm not wrong, close to 300. If yeah, so somewhere around 300 billion. And this Neo is based in China, okay, and it has a high potential for longer term, right? So let's see if it is going to run for another 200 billion, all right? More 200 more billions are going to come into this, company, right? Then the price gonna go more than 250, gonna go around 250 or $300. So potential gonna be over there. So how you can trade on these charts, all right? So let them dip first, all right? So you shouldn't be a buyer over there. So let them dip first like that, a bigger correction like the Bitcoin, okay? Then they're going to be a longer term buy opportunity, okay? So longer term buy opportunity, not a short term, right? So short term also possible. Last time at the start of the year when I was showing this chart, all right, somebody asked me this chart in the weekly market outlook. When I was showing this chart, it was really cheap at that time, okay? And I was showing another leg lower at that time. Okay, another leg lower back to that low and then buy. So you got a huge move on this, okay? At that time the market value of this company was around 2-3 billion. All right, now it's worth more than 50 billion. Okay, so obviously future is there. Future is electric vehicles. All right, so in UK Boris Johnson said that they're gonna ban petrol and diesel vehicles in 2030. Obviously, they're going to extend that deadline, but they are imposing those deadlines to accelerate this process, to accelerate the electric vehicles, right? To bring more electric vehicles in the on roads rather than the petrol and diesels, all right? So which is going to drive the 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 value, all right? Which is going to drive the value higher of these electric car companies in longer term, right? So same goes with this, right? So Xpeng is also very much similar company, electric car. Okay, so same way, it's behaving same way. So you're looking for a dip, right? So dip something like that, right? So another correction, okay, correction, and then that correction to can. All right, so other Bitcoin as said, right? So we're gonna have a big drop on it very soon. And other coins are still sleeping, they are not doing anything. Okay, Bitcoin is testing the previous high, but these coins are not doing anything. Okay, so they can jump to, just keep eyes, all right guys, those who are longer term buyers, they can jump to, all right? So oita can jump, just keep close eyes. Litecoin can jump, Ethereum can jump, all right? They can jump to, they can jump. Ethereum is pushing higher, all right? So if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, how you can trade on them, all right? Right now people can move on to the other coins. All right, so you're looking for corrections there, a bigger correction, all right? Not a small correction, a bigger correction, and then continue to go higher like that. So same goes with the Ripple. Ripple is also taking off. Last time when I was saying that look for longer term buy on the Ripple, it was close to 10 somewhere, close to 10, all right? Yeah, it was there at the attack 10, all right? And same again, that's the way you should trade on these coins. Okay, there is no hard there is no science trading on these coins. There, it's really simple. So you should buy them at when they are sitting at the floor, at the floor. You should buy them. All right, you shouldn't buy now, specifically the Bitcoin is not a buy now, all right? But you should look for first of all, you should think about that, what kind of investor you are on these coins, short term, medium term, or longer term. If you're a longer term, you can hold your coins for 1 to 2 years or maybe 3 years. Then you should buy them as much low as you can and hold them for longer term. Okay, they obviously going to give you return. Okay, so Ripple is taking off now. Okay, so you shouldn't be a buyer over there right now. Okay, until you're gonna have a clear correction over there, right? And then okay, so not a clear buy. So let that push lower back to these lows, so these areas. Okay, and then you are buying over there in at the lows close to 10 or 15 cent. The same goes with the others, right? You keep eyes, they can jump. We may see shift. Okay, we may see shift on other coins. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you for coming into the weekly market outlook. Hopefully, you have learned something. Okay, so we'll see you back again in another week. We'll see you back next week on Sunday again. Okay, until then, bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you very much. Bye bye.